last year. Then Sadiq proved it right. He was the Big Ten tight end of the year. He had 51 catches and 8 touchdowns. Well, he ran a ridiculous 4.39 at the combine, and that pretty much cemented his hearing is nationally good. He's a rare talent. He's young. He's developing. He's got to get a little better as a blocker, and he will. He's got to eliminate some of the drops, and he will work on that. But he's a chest speed through and both. You can move him around. He's more than a tight end. He can hold line. He can play anywhere. As soon as I watched him play, now, you know what I thought of? I thought of him as a tight end.
The draft goes like the worst team gets the first pick. That's why we were picking fourth. We got Will Campbell. Well, this year, we lost the Super Bowl. So we get the next to last pick. So we got to wait till 30 and win.
If you didn't know what the position was, Colonel Oregon State, we had a chance to cover that in the playoffs. You would know that's just a big, fast wide receiver.
The only team picking after us is the Seahawks because they won the Super Bowl.
That's exactly how Frank Clark is looking at this guy. He's going, hey, look, man, he don't need to be attached to the score. Love him out there in UT because they say he's a great teammate and he will do the dirty work. He will block. He's got the mentality. But he welcome back in his alma mater in Idaho. The celebration is on. The New York Jets have made 2 selections tonight. They go defense to David Bailey at number 2. They go offense with Kenyon Sadiq at number 16. As the New York Jets make their 2 selections. The Lions are on the clock. The Vikings will come behind them. There's Bailey of the Jets. And Sadiq went after him. The NFL draft continues in just a moment on ESPN.
You're watching the 2026.
I think it's safe this Monday too, Bond and the week playing a tree.
Right.
Sarah Bell. I don't know if that would be like Casey in the back or Alabama.
Safety. She's so much fun. The stadium just it's so expensive.
What's your name? What's up?
What's the right money moves aren't at the store?
The stool might be in here. I don't know.
I definitely never forget what nature truly feels like. A bit of local art. A science for the week. Finding out they love a good card show. And that durian is everything you say it is. Everywhere you go with Louis Fondor shapes it, making you the greatest souvenir of all. Explore our entire world, hotel brands and experiences.
This is Fresh Nut. This is Hank. And to make fresh, healthy food for Hank, we start here.
I'm sorry, it's like mine.
Plant the seeds, tend to the soil, feed the animals. Harvest fresh, ship it fresh, and craft it into recipes that are vet developed and protein packed. Then people tell you, we can put dog food in our fridges. You can build your home. Because your dog deserves fresh, healthy food just like
Love
you.
it.
Fresh, healthy food, fresh from the fridge. Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Almost powerful that exceeds the power of gas. The industry's most powerful cordless pressure washer. And a string trimmer so smart, it loads the lines with the push of a button. Find an Ego retailer near you.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I think I'm about to steal this game from you just like I told you his brother in school.
Yeah, I'm glad I thought about that.
Game over.
Maybe I'm going to
You don't have the right home insurance coverage, or you can have paid for all this yourself. Like, forget all sake. You better protect the mayhem. Yeah, that's big. Hey, bro, take a lap. We're so all state, you can save hundreds. What are you waiting for?
I'm going to be sick.
That's what I do.
Good, that's nice.
Why is it so fired up? It's a favorite complaint. What's a site full of Sundays? Until you want to post it full of Sundays. Say this. It's a key with how much Jesus did.
Let's see.
Every series of statements and everything. It's their shot.
Get your treat, then.
That's how it's fired
Hey,
up.
boy.
It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's exciting something. The Stanley Cup playoffs. It's Sunday on ESPN and the ESPN app.
We are back in Pittsburgh. Time now for a draft moment brought to you by Ego. It's been a fast-moving first round. It opened as expected with Fernando Mendoza being the number one pick to the Raiders. The Cowboys moved up a spot to take Caleb Downs at number 11. And then the big surprise, the Rams selecting Ty Simpson at number 13. So Detroit Lions go off the board now at 7. The commissioner, the special guest, to announce their selection. The NFL is proud to be part of the global community of wishmakers, taking action to support Make-A-Wish during World Wish Month. Tonight, you will have the opportunity to help grant an unforgettable wish. I'm joined here by Easton, a 14-year-old Lions fan whose wish is to announce the first round draft pick for his favorite team.
They spend all this money to bring this motherfucker here instead of actually giving money to people that need it.
Join me in cheering on Easton as he makes his wish come true. Take it away, Easton.
See, they made about $50 million bringing this motherfucker here.
With the 17th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Blake Miller, tackle, Denver.
Blake Miller.
Blake Miller is Clemson's Iron Man. He won the starting job at right tackle to begin his true freshman year, and he never gave it up. 4-year starter, 54 games, started them all. Clemson says he has his career record for most snaps from scrimmage. He never came off the field. He didn't. He was a consistent player for Clemson. Were they had some underachievers? He wasn't. Week in and week out, he was out there, durable, reliable, and he still was one of the left tackles. They were another reason that right tackle, maybe Ponro's building steps in here, but now you know Blake Miller is the right tackle. Instead of that central casting will, 6'6" and a quarter, 6'6" and a half, 317 with long arms, ran 504, 32 vertical, 32 reps. You mentioned the 3,778 stats and 54 starts. Battle tested kid, does play a little high, but he looks the part, so I can right tackle. It's super competitive, right? When you watch tape, this guy's a baller in the run game. When the hands are tight, the timing is right, and his pass pro, he can anchor, he can punch, he can stone you. But they struggled as far as their pass block win rate. Their effectiveness last year. Garrett Goff's effectiveness dropped off split when he was pressured. The statistics bear it out. They needed to address the offensive line. This is a foundational building block draft pick. I will stay in the NFC North here as the Lions take Blake Miller, and now the Minnesota Vikings will select next at number 18. That pick is Kansas. A reminder, the Kings coming a little more quickly this year, rather than 10 minutes between selections, as they were being for the last several years.
Yeah, damn.
They're not used all late. So
Is
here
it?
comes the Minnesota Vikings at 18, and the commissioner, Roger Goodell. And with the 18th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Caleb Banks, defensive end, Florida. A transfer from Louisville, spent 3 years in Florida, limited to just 3 games last year because of a foot injury, but he had 4.5 sacks the year before, and he has the athleticism of a basketball star, which he was in high school. Well, when you think about this, when they make him, they don't make many guys that look like this. 6'6", 327 pounds, 35-inch arms, 10-inch hands. He only played 3 games this past season. If you want to know what he was, go back to the 24 season and watch the game against LSU. Simply lined up and dominated. A long defensive tackle. At his best, though, I think he's got Chris Jones-like potential inside. As a rusher, as a run defender, he can be dominant. He went down to the Senior Bowl, and he showed up and he showed out. Now, the problem is going to be, from a medical standpoint, if you're Minnesota, the foot injury, they had to check the foot out because a big man with a foot injury usually doesn't get better, but when he's healthy, he's one of the best defensive linemen in the team. That's the thing, right? I mean, when you see him in person, I got to stand next to him down the back field at Louisville. He's, it's like ball hit the turf. He is massive. Massive. And you're right, they'll watch 2024 in order to get a good feel for him. All right, the Carolina Panthers are on the clock, and then the Cowboys will make their second pick of the night, followed by the hometown Steelers as the draft continues in a moment on ESPN.
Is brought to you by Lowe's. It's never too early to earn your Sunday with Lowe's.
What's a do list? $35. Introducing Home Care Plus subscription for $99 a year. Never been more than Lowe's.
You think you know someone until they make them unexpectedly. Finding out you trade is running with Lowe's. So you can invest.
Hang on, let me quit with these loud.
This is the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of this dog. Forgetting that guard.
Where do we even get this guy? Kevin Barnes, Pete, Franklin Elementary. Okay, done. Kevin, I'll give it a shot. You think I have a shot to make the team? No. But I'm trying to do training yourself, and there's State Farm. Like a big name. State Farm is it.
Listen, what those smart plays and the galaxy play back. That's sold separately. In their stadiums. That's favorite.
Luxurious tranquility of Jim Lee. Welcome to your happy place. Welcome home. See Mercedes-Benz dealer for special offers on the Jim Lee.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
We rock. Stop him. What did she say?
He said Dr. Pepper Cherry is the bestest, boldest chocolate in the world.
Just a doggone
There's no finer flavor than
That's just a no-no.
Thank you, Blackberry Raven. Oh wow, AT&T just credited my bill. You guys the service was out and I didn't even notice. It really is America's best guarantee, huh?
Turns out doing the right thing without someone having to ask is always appreciated. Remember when I told you, Blake, you are enough. And you said, thanks, Dad, when we had that amazing handshake?
I don't remember that.
Blake, you are enough.
Said it? Wait, are you a magician?
No, no. When you check your pocket, when the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
What, later?
Well, I was just thinking for the company with America's best guarantee.
Here back in Pittsburgh, the Carolina Panthers pick is in. The commission will be along to announce it any moment. And I can also tell you, politics and football make strange bedfellows. The Eagles and Cowboys made a trade. The two arch rivals. Philly moving up a few spots, so they will select next, having made that trade with the Cowboys to number 20. But first, the Panthers at 19, under Commissioner Roger Goodell. The 2026 NFL Draft. The Carolina Panthers select on Rose Freely, tackle, Georgia. Out of Charleston, South Carolina, he is big. 6'7", 315.
6'7".
Did become a full-time left tackle for last year when he was named second team All-SEC. Hyman is the 13th best player in this draft. Carolina gets it at 19, and the injury left tackle. He bumped out a guy like this stepping in for a right guard at quarterback. Size is an issue of life. He needs that clean pocket. We talked about Monroe Freely, 6'7.5", 315 pounds, talking about 34.5 arms. You know, that vertical jump of 33.5 to 4.9 340 with huge hands. Only 17 starts, but his pass throw this year did a great job. Run blocking needs to be improved. Blake Miller had 54 starts. This kid only had 17, so he's still a work in progress. I thought he actually go a little earlier than this. I think at this point for Carolina, knowing that Bryce Young is at his best, when he gets that clean pocket, they can see that field close. This makes sense to the Carolina fans. This kid's best football is head. And the way he improved his head, though, with only limited, basically only a one-year starter, speaks volumes what kind of player he can be next year moving forward.
I mean, he's 6'7", right? So you got to get that frame down. Punch timing has to be improved. But he's a pencil him in at left tackle for Indian Flyers.
All right, so as I mentioned, the Eagles have traded up with the Cowboys into this spot. So they'll be making the next selection here. These two teams traded back in 2021. The Eagles moved up for Devontae Smith. The Cowboys moved back into Micah Parsons. That one worked out well for both teams. We'll see how this one works out. The Eagles pick at number 20.
With the 20th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Makai Lemon.
So the Philadelphia Eagles take a wide receiver. If you've been following the NFL offseason news, you are aware that that is significant in a variety of ways, up to and including the possibility they'll be trading their star, A.J. Brown. But let's talk about Lemon. He won the Biletnikoff Award last year as the top receiver in the nation.
We're going to get
over 1,100 yards receiving and 11 touchdowns. Val, you have been raving about him since September. Howie Roseman does a great job as the Hall of Fame GM.
We're getting AJ. They just drafted him.
So I say that because with the ball in his hand, he attacks the ball. He doesn't let drop. He doesn't drop the football at all. After the deck, trying to tackle one little. You know how tough it would be. Your former defensive back, get this kid to the ground. He plays fierce. He attacks the ball. He runs so well after the deck. He was also an outstanding punt returner. I was almost 12 yards for a punt return against Iowa. Neil Parker's defense, you know, stop, right? They couldn't stop Makai Lemon. Against Iowa, he had 10 catches for 153 yards and a touchdown in that game. Route running, hands, versatility. Look about that football IQ, yards after catch, plenty of gaps there. Return skills and added bonus. He was one of my favorite players in the draft all year. We talked about him in the first draft. Podcast screening. I thought he was possibly dropped because he's not the LT biggest. He doesn't look the part of that. He's one. But I'll tell you what, the Devontae is tough, but Jalen Hurts is going to love this kid.
You know, when you talk to your receiver coaches, one of the compliments they gave him, he plays bigger than he is. And the toughness that you have. And when you're filled up with all the A.J. Brown conversation looming, this is another weapon for Jalen Hurts. In a big time here, with all the noise coming out of Philadelphia, interesting how he rolls it. All that noise goes against Jalen Hurts, another weapon with the A.J. Brown situation looming.
Yeah, look, if you just turn on that Iowa game that Mel referenced, you'll sit there and go, this guy's the number one all day. I mean, he makes some plays in that game, especially in contested catch situations in the middle of the field, that you sit there and go, wait a second now, this guy's only 5'11", 194, 195, and he runs 4.53. Well, how is he doing this? He has got the heart of a lion, and he's going to really, really make himself a very popular player in Philadelphia just because of the way he plays the game.
This is a steal. According to our predictor, there was only a 4% chance that Makai Lemon would be available at number 20 tonight. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. He's 11th highest rated player on my board. Watch him here. Sell the route, the first, the ability to make every catch. When it's off target, he's catching the football with his hand. When he has the body catch, he does. He knows how to, he's a natural pass catcher. Look at the catch here. This is phenomenal stuff. You know what I mean? This was on a consistent basis, week in and week out. He's hit flash here, flash here. He did it every week, and he's got the added bonus of those return skills. I'll tell you what, you get the ball in his hand, you can see it here. He's going to break tackles. You better bring it as a defensive back and you're trying to tackle this kid, Lou.
You know, one of the things I love the most about his football IQ, against zone coverage, you better not lose it. Then he'll just shoot you up. He'll be a first down for you with speed.
All right, Marion Bonvoy takes us down to the stage. Laura Rutledge is standing by with Makai Lemon. Laura.
Makai, from the first time you ever put on pads and a helmet to this moment right here, being a first-round pick in the NFL draft, what has defined your journey?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm just so blessed right now. You know, I just praise the Lord for every moment, really.
Yeah.
I just listen.
He sounds like
right now.
New Orleans.
When you look out at those Philly fans and you think about the fan base that's about to embrace you with open arms, what will they love most about you?
I ain't getting a dog. This ready to work.
They get a dog.
I ain't doing no plan.
Thank you, Makai. Congratulations.
I want to thank you. And as the NFL moves this draft from city to city,
Yeah, they probably. Yeah, he's probably.
that moment is gone. The Steelers at 21.
The terrible, you can see something terrible was waving out in those stands today. Terrible, was voiced to strike. So are the Steelers.
This is Tommy Shaw from Sticks. Is in. Steelers like John Green.
They're going through all the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Players?
Yeah. They're in Pittsburgh right now, so.
Get it?
The Pittsburgh pick is going to be like top 9.
Yeah.
No.
The game of football is celebrating athletes at every level. Joining me on stage are 6 Jerome Bettis Leadership Award recipients, featuring both high school tackle players and flag football athletes. Jerome? The Jerome Bettis Leadership Award recognizes high school football players who demonstrate leadership, character, and service, both on and off the field. Congratulations to each of you. We wish all you the best as you continue your football journey. The last time I introduced the Steelers first round pick, I was fortunate to introduce P.J. Watt. The 2006 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Max Ihature, Arizona State.
You had a tour. You had a tour.
An extraordinary scene here in Pittsburgh. An
Hill.
extraordinary story is Maxi Hanachori. His family came to the U.S. from Nigeria when he was 13. The first time he ever played organized football in his life was in junior college at East Los Angeles College. He spent 2 years there, then on to Arizona State, where he started 31 games over 3 years, and now here he is now, a first-round pick in the NFL.
Your high school didn't even have a football team, really, like you talked about it. You think about where he came from, where he is now. Amazing. 6'6", 321 pounds.
34 arms, ran 4.91, 30.5 vertical, and 25 reps. Those are unbelievable numbers across the board. The improvement that he showed this past year was outstanding. Started all 14 days, made huge progress from 2024 and 2023. They didn't have a spring. He had the labrum surgery going in, the old injury, bigger, stronger. Talk about a guy who's ascending, work in progress. Hand placement has to improve. But at the Senior Bowl practices, he was a standout performer against some of the good pass rushers. Not great down there, but decent pass rushers. He got the best of it. That helped their stock. He solidified his despite the lack of experience as a first-round draft pick.
I just heard something.
When you were sitting there, that was my first exposure to him. I see him during the season. I was going, who is this guy? I mean, he was stoning people. They're on the Texas Big Team this year. Watch him block Romello Height, David Bailey. He deals with them now, and he is that's the next phase. I'm on the phone with our own Matt Barry, who's an ASU alum, and head coach Kenny Dillingham. The next phase for Max is for Max to say, hey, look, I'm one of the baddest dudes out here. And to go ahead and have that mindset, because if he is proactive with it and uses all those physical tools we talked about, he has dominant, shutdown tackle ability. Dominance.
And when you think about the Steelers, he could be a possibility at left tackle. Broderick Jones, their left tackle. Got a neck issue, man. They have neck surgery. So think about this team as they wait on their own to come back, if he's going to come back or not. They have to have a left tackle. And with the Broderick Jones situation, this gives them, even though he's young and a project, this gives them a little bit of insurance at the left tackle spot.
They've done pretty well at number 21 in the past. Lynn Swan was the 21st pick. That 1974 draft for the Steelers. That worked out fairly well. So now it's Maxie Hamator who goes 21. So we catch our breath. The Los Angeles Chargers selection is in. Interesting decisions to be made there. And then the Cowboys will be behind that. Now 30 seconds to talk about the Chargers here. What are we thinking amongst the players who are available? We look at the opposite guard spot. They hope Bengal Lottie was in there. He's gone. You know, that edge rusher, Ruben Bain gone. You got Exceed Messador. You got Zion Young. You got the edge rusher still there. Safety Dylan Thieneman and Emmanuel McNeil-Warren still on the board as well for the LA Chargers with this one. All right, we'll see what the Chargers decide to do. And again, the Cowboys are behind them, having moved back in that trade with the Eagles just a few moments ago. It'll be the Chargers and the Cowboys, and then the Browns will make their second pick of the night. That's the one they got in the trade with Jacksonville last year. Here we go. The Chargers pick is in, and the commissioner is ready with the announcement.
I can't hear you.
Second pick in the
They what?
2026 NFL draft.
What is
The
that?
Los Angeles Chargers select Hakeem Messador. Lineman for the Titans.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
he was terrific in that play, wasn't he? 5.5 sacks in the playoffs, including the title game against Fernando Mendoza and Indiana. Grew up in Ottawa, and he's an older prospect, Mel, and that's part of the conversation. He turned 25 years old earlier this month. 25 years of age, Canadian kid coming to Miami. You think about what he was able to do opposite Ruben Bain. It was always that debate. Who was the better player? Who was more responsible for some of the disruption that took place? Bain did a great job. Messador did as well. You can keep getting inside too. And he can get on that center guard and make a press himself. Get after the quarterback. He hustles. He can seal the edge against the run. He's running pretty effectively. Good all-around player.
Yeah, he was a former defensive tackle, cut some weight, moved out to the edge. And the 3-4 scheme that they used out there in L.A., you can put him inside in their 4-down stuff on some of their stuff rush in their 3-4. They have bigger outside guys anyway. Two below you, Khalil Mack. These are all guys who are kind of built like Bez is. And he's been taught by the best. Him and Ruben Bain, they have the outfit that entire locker room down there in Coral Gables. That's a nice pickup for the Chargers.
The Messador and Bain each go off the board in the last hour or so, but all of the magic has been here in Pittsburgh. They get their man, the Steelers fans get to scream their hearts out and cheer for their teams, waving their terrible towels with the draft here in Pittsburgh. The Cowboys their second first round selection. Come next. You're watching the draft on ESPN.
It's the 2026 NFL Draft presented by ight.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. We're also one of America's largest.
Why are you hollering at me?
Like you, so much more than say one market. We also stay on market. Oh man, why am I here for? What is it? Stress. I'll never remember all this. That's good. We do this. What a nice cleansing surprise. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Lime in, clock out. Corona, La Playa awaits.
You can eat the Ninja Turtles.
McDonald's. People are getting more of what they love from the under $3 menu. Really? Under $3. Get more value. All of it that you're getting now. When you order from the under $3 menu. From day one, LeBron held his skills until he became the chosen one. But what if football things would look a lot different? That's why the LeBron James Family Foundation is partnering with Indeed, because everyone's skills deserve a chance to be seen.
No one goes to Hanks for his spreadsheets. He doesn't sell them. He does sell them for a good slice. When business slowed, he decided to bring back the $1 slice. He just asked Copilot in Excel to make it work. Suddenly, Hank says, you gotta try this place kind of thing.
Hey,
Hank makes the pizza.
how you doing?
Copilot handles the spreadsheets.
Enjoy.
We wanted to make foods using unique ingredients, things like kelp. Shopify provided us this platform to sell our products to anyone around the world. We're Barnacle Foods, and we're powered by Shopify.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV. They're on fire with more MLB games than anyone. Welcome to the big league.
There's a phone about the clock.
Turn the off-season on again with the NFL app. Your home for all things NFL. And subscribe to NFL Plus for more access for the picks, the plays, all in one place. Scan now for 3% off NFL Plus.
We are back in Pittsburgh. It's time to look at Mel's best available, brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott. Mel, who's still left? Taking a versatile safety and Dylan Thieneman. They've got an Oregon formerly of Purdue. Denzel Ross, that big wide out. That's everybody thrown his way. Zion Young, a defense that is great, hard coming off the edge. Really strong against the run. He gave us the edge run as well. Hale Broner, left tackle, is a little bigger, stronger, but certainly is with his feet, his balance, and pass flow. Is a late first-round pick to us on. Eldridge Funk, he's the LT player. Well, he looks the part, but the production this year didn't match the talent. He thought he would take his game to an elite level. He didn't, but on talent, so a young kid developing, but he did not kill on 2024. He had a down year from a production standpoint. It's one of those edge rushes he certainly is at this point. All right, the Cowboys selection is in. They took Caleb Downs earlier tonight. Here comes their second pick of round number one.
With the 26, the 2026 NFL draft. The Dallas Cowboys select Malachi Lawrence, defensive end, University of Pittsburgh.
The Cowboys needed defense, and tonight they got it. They took Caleb Downs earlier, and now Malachi Lawrence, the young man from Louisville, had 19.5 sacks over the last 3 seasons. One of the 7 players in the country who had at least 5 sacks each of the last 3 years. The great consistency against the senior. He was first team All Big 12.
And when you talk about Malachi Lawrence, you talk about a guy 6'4", 250, and shoots. He ran 4.5 in the 40, but the 10-yard is a 1.5. That means the get off. The ability to get out of his stance and bring juice off the edge. 11 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. His best football is in front of him. He's got the ability to have length, the long room, the speed, the power. His best rush moves, though, are in front of him. I just like how much juice he has. And if you're Dallas, you get Caleb Downs, you get Malachi Lawrence. I like that combination. Yeah, let's first put against Baylor. He absolutely just whipped that tackle from Baylor all day long, knocking the ball off the quarterback. I really thought his hand use was kind of like advanced. I mean, he had hand slap swats. I mean, he was all over the place, and he plays hard. That's the thing I like about him. It's a nice pickup for Dallas. He's a nice player.
And they traded back to take him. So those are the two newest Dallas Cowboys. The Cleveland Browns are on the board. There's Malachi Lawrence. He's having a big day. The Browns are on the clock. And we're back in a moment in Pittsburgh.
The 2026 NFL Draft is brought to you by Julia Convoy, where Ding Ding checks in.
What did you bring from your last trip? A dumpling you'll never forget. Nature truly feels like a bit of local art, a soulmate for the week. Inviting out, they love a good poncho, and Pepe, and the durian's everything they say it is. Everywhere you go with the Korean Convoy shapes you, making you the greatest souvenir of all. Explore our entire world, hotel brands and experiences.
100 years ago, no one would insure cars for military. So they did it themselves. 25 soldiers backed each other. A century later, still serving the military and their families. Not just because it's the right thing to do, it's in our DNA. Those values our founders shared: honor, service, loyalty, integrity. Those are the things we live by. Why our members know we'll be there. USAA, taking care of by people. Cancer is a big organization. Small gains, daily work. When you add up all those inches, that's the difference between winning and losing.
It says, enjoy the sun. It says, thank you. It says, speak. It says, love. It says, empower.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Oh, look.
All of me,
Why not big all?
can't see
I know how.
take my home.
I'm a fool. So why not big all?
You said the Whopper is the best burger in America when made right. So with your feedback, we've perfected every bite so that every Whopper is made your way and never mismatched. Because there's a new game, and it's you.
Lowe's knows cycling projects now means you can football Sunday.
We need a new fridge.
This one has cracked ice on demand.
More ice than me?
All kinds of ice, actually.
Gonna need a bigger bucket. Like this one?
You always have 2 bucket cheese?
I do.
We're back in Pittsburgh, and these beautiful aerial pictures we bring you tonight are courtesy of Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven, legendary. Pittsburgh has turned out in a huge way for this draft. The Cleveland Browns, meanwhile, made a selection earlier tonight. Thinking Caden Proctor, the big offensive tackle. And all right, they will now make the 24th pick in this draft, which will complete their answer to the trade they made with Jacksonville last year. That sent Travis Hunter there. You saw the other names that came to Cleveland in exchange for last year's second overall pick. And now whatever name the commissioner reads. They got to get a wide receiver ready to go. Got to get a wide receiver for Shador Sanders. Thinking wide up. Take that football.
Come on, girl.
Mickey Mouse sticker. The 2026 NFL Draft. The Cleveland Browns are like Casey Concepcion.
He's gonna get the sticker. He's gonna jump on it and it's gonna be stuck to him.
The Browns wide receivers have the fewest receptions, the fewest receiving yards, and the fewest touchdown tackles in the NFL last year. So now they get the tackle and they get the wide receiver.
Hold it, don't drop it.
In round one tonight. And Shador can give the ball back there, thrower toward the football. But KC can't have something else. Got to be more consistent catching the football. It's 7 drops this past year. What I liked about him, when he had a drop, it didn't bother him. It didn't hold on the rest of the game. He's a great punt returner as well. But after the ball was in his hands, after the catch, that gap is impressive. There's been battles for everything. Kevin Concepcion was saying, hey, I'm a tough pressure. They caught my eye then. You know, Casey gets up going, and we're still the same thing at A&M, but he's got to eliminate some of those drops.
You know what Cobb Farm was Say Flowers. Todd Munkin, you'll see in Baltimore, who they have there? Say Flowers. So you can tell he understood what he wanted. He wanted juice to run after the catch, the ability to get explosive plays. That determines ball games in the National Football League. I understand the drops, but what's amazing, he can have these drops in the punt return. He has concentration on catching the ball, but in the punt return game, he can catch the football. But you can tell Todd Munkin, the head coach, identified what he wanted. He wanted juice like Zay Flowers. That's the comp, and he went and got it down. 7.36 yards of the gap from the 7 this year. That just gives you so many different options as far as how to get him the football, whether it be in the screen game, quick slant game. He can win on the go ball down the field as well. I mean, he can do it all. He's got a nice package to him, no question about it.
Interestingly, he won the Bull Horning Award, which emphasizes players who play multiple positions. Last year, Travis Hunter had won it the previous 2 years. Now he comes to Cleveland in the Travis Hunter trade. So we move on from here. The Bears will pick at number 25, and we'll continue in 30 seconds after a word from Roundup Dual Action.
Does anything keep them from coming back?
Roundup dual action.
Does that say prevent Swedes for up to 4 months?
So it keeps working on the lines.
That's the point.
Does this stuff work for 4 months? Just gotta go to the store now.
Hey, kill and prevent weeds for up to 4 months with Roundup Dual Action. Roundup, this stuff works. All right, the Chicago Bears are on the clock at number 25. They'll be followed by the Bills and the 49ers. Playoff teams from a year ago getting set to make their first round selection. But we continue from Pittsburgh right after this.
If you're waiting for a traditional liver transplant, you may miss out like these. Nearly a quarter of patients waiting won't survive long enough to receive them. Living donor transplant offers another way forward. UPMC performs more living donor liver transplants than any other program in the country. And that experience means more life-changing outcomes, more memories, and far less waiting. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
And they change the way your business operates. It used to be organized vendor and rebuild everything to fit their system. And yes, if you find new things from them and newer things and newer things, you get this.
What? We have IBM. Our AI connects to the systems we already have. We're not looking to anyone.
Shut up, party. You don't have to plan your
Let's be a smart business. IBM.
Let's go. Just thought it could be cool.
In theaters now. With hotels and vacation rentals, Booking.com has something for everyone.
You got anything else to see?
We really tried this one.
What about something more family friendly?
Maybe a resort with a water park.
Or somewhere less family friendly.
Yep, one Vegas hotel for the bride to be.
Everything.
We have free cancellation. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, Booking.com.
Oh, steak.
Now in comes the swimming.
Verizon Small Business Days are coming. Where business experts are bringing support, special offers, and everything your small business needs. Score a meeting with an expert today.
And since you bundled home and auto with 20% protection, you can all the worry of it.
That's right. At Progressive, it's our job to do the worrying for you.
The scandal, for example. Awfully close to the curtain. And when was this porch built? Did they have building codes back then?
Are your headlights too bright?
Do people know when you're texting with the toilet? How many